What's going on, guys? My name is Doug. Welcome back to another video. Welcome to the channel. I'm very glad that you guys decided to tune in today. A huge, special welcome to special welcome to those of you that are here for the first time. I'm very glad to have you, and I know that the other people on the channel are as well. Yeah, we've got some new J. Cole, dude. It's a very unexpected drop. He dropped it on a Wednesday night at 10 p.m. So it's like, how much more unconventional could the drop be? You know, but I mean, I saw some theories that maybe he was trying to avoid dropping on Logic's final album release date and things like that, which if that's the case, then that's a really cool move on J. Cole's part, not to draw any strings away from him. Although Kanye is supposedly dropping on Friday, and now Taylor Swift is too. She mentioned a surprise drop like today, so not that I care about the Taylor Swift album, but a whole lot of people do, you know, so yeah, that's a huge major drop. So yeah, I guess J. Cole dropping early kind of lets us put all of our attention on him, which is great. So yeah, 2 new tracks. Apparently they're the first 2 tracks off of the Fall Off. They had mentioned that he wasn't dropping the album anytime soon, and then like 2 days later he dropped the first 2 tracks from it. So I mean, it's pretty conflicting, the messages, but I'm just hoping that we get this project once it's finished and polished, as polished as possible. You know, because J. Cole, I really need him to drop something incredible, man. Just like KOD was really good in my opinion, but I need this to be, you know, really spectacular. So I'm excited to be listening to these two new tracks. Speaking is a little difficult today for some reason. And we're gonna jump right into it. So if you enjoyed this video, if you end up liking it, be sure to drop that like, comment. If you're new here, you can subscribe if you want to see more videos like this one. And I'd also really appreciate some extra support on the Patreon and or by clicking the join button next to the subscribe button and becoming a member on the channel. There are some really cool little rewards for the different tiers, and those rewards will get better the more patrons we actually get, because I'm able to give back more to you guys and things like that. So I'd really appreciate if you would be willing to check that out. And with that said, let's just jump right into the Climb Back, which is the first track I'm going to be listening to today. It's kind of like a really slow ride. I kind of really like that.
Everything's true perfect. Everybody gotta cry once in a while, but how long that the sun had the night shift? And sound red for my nigga found dead too soon. Pride decimator joint, take on projects like the workers that section 8 points, and you're more 2 guards, enough straps to fill for you hauls, more depth than World War II calls. A problem with me is like the BET Hip Hop Awards. I'm starting to see you niggas don't want it. I'm sick of this song. Strapped up on top the totem pole to blast at you.
Ooh, the flow.
Total pole. One phone call gets you canceled like a homophobe in this PC culture. Dress me as the GOAT.
Yo, just before we head into that second hook, I need to comment on this beat, man. Like I mentioned towards the beginning of this video, it's almost like a really slow ride. It's got a really cool slow tempo to the drum patterns. Really cool little hi-hats and the way that they play the triplets every now and then. That really soulful little sample in the background is just so sweet, you know, lingering in the background as he spits these bars. And it's got a really dope bass line too. It's got a heavy low end, which is something that I really enjoy. Yeah, he's spitting. I really like these pockets that he finds, these flows that he gets into. He's spitting some real stuff. You know, he was talking about some of the violence that they see growing up, and having to pour the brown in order to forget the thoughts, and painting the street red for every one of his friends that was found dead too early, and things like that. Just really real raw stuff, you know, and it sounds great at the same time, which is absolutely what I'm looking for. Like this is great.
Oh,
the flow he just found.
He spoke to me like on the low, he feeling that in my shoes is where he's supposed to be.
Oh my God.
I try to ignore the signs of deceit, and most of these niggas gonna hang themselves just giving a rope and see.
Oh my God.
The clap as often as the genius that misquoting me.
Bro, the flow is just untouchable.
Everybody mentions suicide prevention, man. They niggas too cold. Whenever there's a urge to get triggers involved.
Absolutely incredible display of you know, flow and lyricism here. Just the technicality behind the verses, these pockets that he finds, and he manages to just keep them going and seamlessly just like tie these flows together, these very interesting flows that just keep our interest really on the track, on what he's saying. And I think it's great that he talks about like all these things that are going on in his community and the violence that he sees, and how people are just so hateful and so angry and so hurt and how at the end he talks about how there's a suicide hotline, but there's no one that you can really call when you get the urge to get triggers involved, which is, you know, imagine if there were like a hotline that would kind of bring you back to earth and cool you down and de-escalate, you know, the situation if you were really wanting to commit a murder. Like that would be very, very interesting to see. So I think it's interesting that he pointed that out. A really sweet little hook, you know. It's a very nice little break from the fast-paced kind of lyricism that he gets into. Yeah, and I already mentioned how much I love the production, so this is a great song in my opinion. Like I already added it to my playlist. It's going to be in constant rotation, and it's just so nice to hear him just flex on a track, like not flex like be braggadocious, but really flex his skill, his talent. You know, he's always been such a great rapper, but just the technicality, like I don't think I've ever heard him spit this well before, you know, in terms of how seamless he ties these flows together. Like it sounds really great in my opinion. So those are my thoughts on that track. Lion King on Ice is next.
Blood on my hand, I ain't gonna lie, got blood on my shoe. When my young niggas chopping up grams, and them choppers on top in their hands, acting lit like they got an exam. Too many done died in these parts, so we gotta be smarter. We tryna see all this. Some nigga won't make it past summer regardless. I'm trying to get inside though, I still feel as broke as that nigga who just graduated from college. Screaming up change, sound like a hole in my truck, I might starve me. Bitch, I ain't hungry, this feeling is starving. Got a boom mama from out them up Dubai. We should've caught him in Mada. I said we got him with Sparta.
Wow, he just keeps going. I really like how melodic he's being with his performance. You know, this is more of, there's almost like a singing element to it, as opposed to the Climb Back, where it's just him talking and really getting things off his chest. This is a little bit more lighthearted. You can tell the beat is a little faster, or it was a lot faster actually. The 808s are just dancing around this track. I don't know if Jetson produced those 808s, but I'd believe you if you told me that he did. You know, I know that Jetson has production credits, but those 808s are just jumping up and down, and they're hard hitting, and the hi-hats have a little bit more of a complexity to them, and the rolls, and the really high-pitched little soulful sample in the background singing over him, and his verse is really dope. And he had a singing kind of hook on there that he sang at the beginning that I think was pretty dope. And yeah, like I said, like the pockets and the flows that he manages to get into, but at the same time now he's also singing his verse a little bit. So just a little bit more of like an element of difficulty there. And I think it sounds really great, but definitely this is the more lighthearted track. In terms of its atmosphere and its vibe. It's still really good, but I think I definitely, at this point, about halfway through this track, I definitely enjoyed the Climb Back more, but I'm still having a lot of fun listening to this one.
Young Simba had to bust down, yeah, the Lion King on ice. Niggas wanted me to look the part, had to find what they expect from us, but that's treacherous, that's what's less of us. I need y'all to see every part of me, every scar and every art. If only I could be pockets holding hope, it ain't a thing to me.
Yeah, it's still a really good song. I definitely enjoyed the Climb Back a little more. I like it's kind of heavier, a little bit more serious tone. This one's still very fun to listen to. Like I said, those 808s sound great. He definitely gets into a very fast-paced flow, and he sounds like he's having a lot of fun performing on this track. He sings a little bit, which I think sounds really dope. It's also a shorter track as well. Yeah, he keeps hinting at retirement, which is something that I really wish would never happen ever, but you know, he has his reasons. Definitely saying, you know, I need everybody to know every part of me. I need them to see every artery. I need them to know like everything about me before I fall. So it's like he really has to get a few things off of his chest first, but then he's definitely going to retire, you know, and it happens. He's had such a long career already. You know, you expect it, especially after that article that he posted on the Players Tribune, which I thought was pretty dope as well. He's also mentioning the hunger. You know, he definitely still feels like that guy who was broke, just graduated college. He talks about how it's not even hunger. He feels like he's starving, and I like to see him hungry. I like to see him, you know, trying to get after it and really rapping like he feels like he hasn't made it. You know, that like I love to hear it. He really sounds like he's got this drive, you know, and that sounds great. So I like that track too. The Climb Back I think is definitely better, but two great tracks from J. Cole. I'm not disappointed at all. Yeah, those are my thoughts on these tracks, man. So if you enjoyed the video, like I said at the beginning, drop that like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you guys thought about these tracks in the comment section. I'm gonna be back in another video really soon, so we're gonna have a busy weekend ahead of us. I'm excited. Until then, guys, though, stay safe out there. Peace out.